I am Nina Patel. For my day job, I work in technology for the luxury fashion industry, and I am a trustee at both Women for Women International, an organization that supports women in post-conflict countries, and the Sadler Wells, a performing arts theatre, contemporary dance, mostly based in Angel, London. I wanted to participate and step on board because at the time, finding trustee opportunities was actually proving quite challenging. I tried to go about it myself, going through the many different sites that are available that list trustee positions. It was during the pandemic, and I realized that it was getting very competitive. And so I needed the help, in the same way that when you're looking for a job, you would use a recruiter. In looking for a trustee position, needing access to those networks, and then looking at Step on Board and also kind of the curriculum and the education that comes with it in order to be able to be the most successful. And so it just seemed like the best of both worlds, a bit of education and understanding of what the role entails, and also help finding opportunities that are out there. So I do have two roles, which wasn't actually my intention going in. I got the first role at Women for Women International through my work with Trustees Unlimited. And then the opportunity at Sadler Wells circled back around, and that's like a dream organization for me, so I couldn't turn it down. I've actually been very surprised at how little crossover there is. Well, I don't know why I would be surprised. They're very different organizations, right? We've got one that is very much like supporting women in conflict countries, very different program to the other, which is like a performing arts organization based in London and serving primarily the UK. I mean, some things are consistent, right? It's nonprofit, fundraising. Right? Fundraising is always a big challenge, and looking for creative and new ways to tap into donor pools, fundraising opportunities, those have been consistent. Obviously, both operating and being here in the UK, you've got comfort in the fact that the overall governance that you need to be responsible for, safeguarding, all of those things, those are consistent. So at least you can have a baseline in that. But the other thing that's been really interesting is that the boards are very different. So on one, I have board members, many of which have had their entire careers in NGOs. On the other, you've got people that are amazing executives that are coming from very different backgrounds, finance, professional services, some people who are running arts organizations. I actually quite like that I have the two, because I get to see how differently they operate, but where one thing from one board can be applied to the other. I'd already considered becoming a charity trustee, and I'd done the bit of the search on my own and realized how challenging it was. And so having a formal program and support in finding roles really was a huge help and really beneficial. My first board meeting, I went in quite unsure of myself, trying to figure out where I'm going to fit. By board meeting 2 or 3, I'm starting to figure out where am I going to add value that's different from the other people. And by board meeting 2 or 3, I've also, in both cases, figured out which subcommittee or which area I'm going to focus on in order to support. Everybody's been really lovely, really welcoming. And I think because everybody's there for the same reason, to give back and to support the goals of the charity, it's a really lovely environment to walk into the first time. When I joined Women for Women, 4 of us were joined at the same time. And so had a little cohort of newbies that all came in together. And I thoroughly recommend that boards, if they're going to be going through a recruitment process, try and bring some people on together, because then we have each other, right? And so we can bounce things around. If we've got questions, if we think things aren't clear, we can validate with one another first. Are we all unclear on this, or did I miss something? And it helps us be more streamlined in going back to the chairs with questions and asks for information, etc. I can definitely see the benefit of having access to just very different networks of people than I do currently, and having the discipline or just the learnings from going into a completely new environment, having to get up to speed quickly. It teaches you a way to do that that you will also use when moving around within your career. I think it's the way that I can add the most value where I'm at right now in my life and my career. I'm not in a place where I can be a philanthropist, but I do have a strong network, I have skills, and I have the willingness to use both of those. And so that's what I really lean into in terms of adding value. And I'm now seeing pieces of the puzzle across my life and career come together. So that's been really rewarding. I would definitely recommend Step on Board to my colleagues. I introduced it to the company that I was working with, and it just gave the company a really structured way to take people through the process of becoming a trustee. And it was a great internal sell, a way for the company to show that they want to seek out opportunities for their senior leadership that is not, just new roles and new titles and promotions, because those are harder to get the more senior that you get within an organization. And the program itself, I think, really prepares you well. And what it can't prepare you for in the run up to getting a role, it's there for you afterwards to continue to support, and events where people come together and kind of share their experiences. The one bit of advice I would give for someone thinking about becoming a trustee is, one, make sure you do understand the responsibilities that you are taking on, particularly like here in the UK in terms of your directorship responsibilities, the liability, etc. But if you're comfortable with that, I think just go for it. Find networks that you can be part of. Look at things like Trustees Unlimited to see if they can help you through the search process, because it is a full-on job search and there will be many candidates applying for the roles. So you will need some support, particularly if it is your first time doing it. And really think about what you are passionate about and where you want to be spending the limited free time that you have, because it's unpaid. At times it will take up more time than you expect it to. And having a deep passion and care for the area that the charity is supporting is going to be the thing that, makes it all feel worthwhile. But I love doing it. I think it's been an incredible opportunity thus far, and I think it's just going to continue to be. So I definitely recommend it, but go in with your eyes open and know what it is that you're signing up for.